best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. Thank you. And nobody can hang with my stuff. Just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about?
Hopping in the Trackhawk now. Okay, so what has been done to this one?
So this one has our OP 950 package.
Oh, Jesus. That's what I like to hear.
But, you know, it's right now it's a little bit detuned just basically so we could finish, you know, just driving, ironing it out. We're gonna see what we could do because we are not on the drag radials today.
What kind of tires are these?
They're like Nitto 420s or something, like completely, absolutely useless.
Some street tires,
Yeah,
random street tires.
Exactly. So, you know, we'll see what it does because Lord knows that, you know, we need traction. It's crazy when you have a four-wheel drive car, right, that needs traction still. And
just spins all four wheels.
Spins
easy.
well, you saw the Hellcat Durango.
Yeah, that spun all four wheels on 22.
That 950, yeah. So, you know, this is going to be very similar to that. Just now you get to see it from this angle. And this is for everybody that had to go on a ride along with Jensen. This is for you guys.
And first impressions, it drives completely like a stock Trackhawk.
Oh yeah, fully smooth.
Yeah, no jerkiness, nothing.
You would never know. Like literally, you would never know. This car, you and I are having a regular conversation. This car has full headers, full mids, full suspension, like full bolt on, and this car started off on the first try. Well, you noticed that on your car.
Yep.
No cold start issues.
Yeah.
I mean, we worked a long time to be, you know, one of the best. You know, I try not to be cocky and say the best, so we'll just say one of the best. But
the best. I'll say it for him.
We'll let him say it. We'll let him say it. But I mean, you know, we definitely love what we do in the Hellcat community, and there's a lot of players in that community. But I mean, when it comes to the Trackhawks, bro, like that's us. Like that, I don't. That's the one thing that I'm like, I don't even need to be like. I don't even have to like act like it's not a big deal. So this vehicle also has an interchiller, like we were telling you to get an interchiller. Okay. So if you actually look at this, you look at the dash, you see the intercooler temps 29 degrees.
Wow.
So typically right now your intercooler temps would be at what, like 120?
Yeah, something like that.
So, you know, now we're cruising around and it's at 29. So what ends up happening, like when you're racing, it has a lot of safety features built into the vehicle, and it is definitely going to make it so that you save it, right? So it dumps a bunch of power up top anytime it sees the temps, but it's still going. Like it's at 25 degrees now.
Yeah, that's just getting cooler and cooler as we drive.
Mind you, freezing is 32 degrees. So you know, it's definitely it's definitely chilly willy. Let's see, we'll find a good spot out here. There's a bunch of, you know, we're almost to Mexico.
Yeah, we are on our way to Mexico.
So, you know, little chips and salsa and, you know, some Elvis Crespo, some suavemente. That's my jam, bro. That dates me too, man. I'm getting old. But anyway, so yeah, we'll get some, let's see, I think we'll do a couple more turns and we should be to Mexico by then.
So yeah, we'll find a nice straightaway for you guys and get a couple launches. Show you guys what this 950 package does. I'm excited. A little scared.
Don't be scared, man.
No, I'm not scared. I'm excited. I'm excited. That's what it is.
So the biggest thing is like, okay, so just from like, we have like race mode set up, right? So you're gonna want to have a very specific setup to just keep it safe, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Trackhawks don't do well with like rolling, right? So this one would just be rolling. Right. So smooth, quick shifts.
Most definitely.
And you're pushing. I mean, with us in here, it's over 6,000 pounds.
Wow.
You know, we're full interior, full option. Like that's a lot of weight to move.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing though is from a dig. If this thing had some
tires,
some radios on here, boy, I'm telling you. But we gonna get something rocking.
So does this have upgraded axles and everything?
Yes. So this vehicle does have our PD out here. We act like we got some sense. So they leave us alone, man. They leave us alone. That's the big thing for all you guys out here. I love drifting. You know, my generation started all that sideshow and stuff, so I can't downplay y'all on that. But make sure you guys understand. Yeah, you could do whatever you want. Can't nobody tell you what to do. You grown. You a big boy.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen is you're going to get all these regular events shut down, and it's gonna come to a point where you're not even going to be able to breathe. Right?
Yeah.
These cops they're shutting down. It used to they just kick you out of like a parking lot or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they'll swoop through there with a bunch of cops and start giving out tickets.
Impounding and all type of stuff. Yeah.
They didn't do that to us before. They shoot us away like we were just past. Like go
Yeah,
home.
like get out of here.
Because they remember when they were kids, they wanted something like that they could do.
Yeah.
But man, like, you know, I got all the love in the world for y'all. Enjoy life, do your thing, but please understand that for the rest of the community, it's very important that you guys, you know, save some car scene for somebody else, right? Because you get to enjoy it now and nobody else is going to get to enjoy it, and that's not fair.
Yeah, we want to prolong this, you know?
So what we're going to do here is we're going to go about 20 miles an hour, and really all we're really trying to see is you get to feel this the G's. So I want this to be a Jensen ride along, but I want to see this is Jensen's reaction to OP 950 Trackhawk, right? So I want it genuine. You ready?
Most definitely, yeah.
How do you feel about this? You feel good about yourself? Right?
Yeah, I'm hella excited.
If you cry,
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna
scream.
I might just
if you do anything out of the norm, make sure you don't edit this. Do not edit this at all.
Holy shit! Oh, I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, open them windows.
Woo.
Open the windows.
Wow.
You know what's crazy is we're doing 4-wheel drive burnouts, right? Imagine if we hooked.
Yeah, that was. I don't even know what to say. That was crazy.
Hey, you know, we the drift god just connected with the grip god. That's the magic that happens. You know, it's the coolest part about these vehicles is, oh, and actually check this. Check the intercooler temps.
33 degrees.
33 degrees.
That's
Right.
insane.
So we're gonna get an Interchiller put into your vehicle. You know, I love the Interchiller. We actually were the first people to start working with Kirk over at Interchiller heavy and getting these in the Trackhawks, getting these in the Hellcats. We were the first out west to have them. Period.
They're down in Australia.
They're in Australia.
Okay,
so
that's hella cool.
and they got so big now that they ramped up. They've got way more people. They've got way more what would you call it? They've got way more process production now, so they're able to get everything out faster. You know, hit us up. We can always, you know, Overkill can always get you guys Interchillers. There's a lot of shops that run them now because of what they saw that we did with them. You know,
Setting the blueprint.
yeah, and that's why we say the blueprint. It's not if people don't want to give us our flowers. It's just people need to understand. You know, there's history to this. You can look, you can verify this stuff. Anything I'm saying as far as work that we've done with Tim Barth being, you know, one of the first 1,000 horsepower Chargers and Challengers out here. You know, having a 1,100 horsepower nitrous Hellcat first out here that's running to this day. You know, and that's since 2016, 15, 16 when they first came out, right?
Wow.
You know, we did the stuff with Diablo. We've done the stuff with HP, Alex Pipes, you know, and that type of work has led to the world's fastest Trackhawks. You know, Alex Pipes has that now too with the 60-foot records. My own personal vehicle owns. The stuff that we're doing with some of these factory Hellcats. We're gonna have you guys come out to some of these race events as you start to race. I mean, we've been doing this stuff for a while, you know, and we're in a really small market, so, and I don't advertise, you know.
Yeah,
and
gotta keep it on the low.
You see how busy we are as is, right? You know, I tell people all the time that I don't try to compete with the other shops. I do a lot of behind the stuff scenes and a lot of the production level stuff, the ground zero stuff, and my customers, my clients are the first ones to get to test that stuff out. Okay. And you know, this vehicle was one of the first running the flex system that we have with Z, and one of the first Interchiller systems that was in a Trackhawk was in this vehicle. They got to see things that now all the other shops are doing, right? and I love helping the entire community get faster, right? Yeah. But it's kind of like if we're not, it's crazy to see it. It's like if we're not out here bragging, which is, I'm never gonna do it, but if we're not out here bragging about, oh, we did this, we did that, then other people try to, they don't really take the credit. But it's kind of crazy because you reach out and you help these people and they know where the help came from,
but they'll try to cover it up and try to make it their own. I know exactly what you mean.
And it's like, yo, it's like, don't act like that's not us. Yeah. Don't act like that's not even like a you saw us do it kind of thing. That's like you physically have talked to me and asked me.
You asked for lessons.
How do you do that? And what's this? What's that? And I'm like this, and this, because I'm not the type of person to just try and hold secrets. I want everybody to be fast. I want people to push us. Yeah. Records are meant to be broken.
And that's always how you become better and elevate.
Precisely. Just like I said earlier, when you do your best and you race against yourself, you push yourself to be better. You know, you push yourself to get to this point in life that you understand that just trying to flex for people on the internet and act like, oh, we're the best, we're the fast. Okay, somebody's gonna check you on that.
Yeah, they're gonna make sure you're the fastest, or if you're not, they're gonna put you on blast.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's just like like I said about even in the comments section. It's like, oh, go to so and so and do this and this. Like I don't mind those kind of comments, but when you say that, like, it's
you have to have the knowledge to know where that shop got their strategies and their blueprint and everything from.
And it's kind of weird to me because it's like you can sit here and be like, yo, overkill. Let's say, for instance, this is gonna come off as bragging, but it's not. It's just we're having a conversation. It's bragging, but it's just like we can be like, oh, we've got the Durango. Like we have a Durango right now that's running bottom flat 10s. You know, it's the third fastest Durango on the planet right now. The fastest on the West Coast, and the other ones are gutted and use nitrous. So it's actually the one that you guys saw with the 22s. Okay, it's definitely the best looking Durango I've ever seen.
For sure, right? That shit looks good.
And you know, my clientele, they're down to earth. These aren't you know, just mommy daddy money type people. These people work hard for what they got, and I give my all for them. You know, it's Sunday today. It's the Lord's day, but I love this. It's a passion, right? And really, it comes down to if you say something like, oh, Overkill's got the, you know, and this is factual stuff. Like, you know, I think we have the 60-foot record in the Durangos, the 60-foot record for the Trackhawks, and the stock block records for them, and this and that, or like the we have our stock block Hellcats right now that are running 9.1s and 1.3s, and it's like, and that's without nitrous and all that other stuff. And you'll have somebody be like, go to so and so on. And then you're like, bro, like, it's okay to be fans of different places, right? But if somebody's like, yo, Michael Jordan is the best basketball player ever, he's got this record and that record and this and that, and he's got this many championships and this and that, well, go to Muggsy Bogues. Like, bro, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, we get it. It's okay to champion for your squad, but when you're trying to tell somebody else to go do something, based on what? right?
Yeah, like what information do you have?
What
Like,
are you
what's the
basing it on?
benefit?
Like this is car racing. This isn't emotions. Like it won't hurt my feelings if somebody's faster than me. That just gives me something to push towards, right? We're not the fastest in the world at everything we do, but we put forth the effort. You know, if a client came to me and they wanted to try and be the fastest, oh, we gonna push. If you got the budget to do it, we gonna push. We gonna figure it out. But it's just like our tuner, world record, 7.6, I think 7.6 in a 4,400 pound Charger, just like yours, right? And that's the type of stuff that we could say. Like those are like world records. And in the Challenger, I think 8.0, 8.1, 8.3, something like that. Like
that's in the books. That's written
that's
down. That's facts.
Those are
it's
like
stamped. It's
you
not
can look that up.
Made up numbers.
You can look that up. Like this isn't, you know. And just when you see another thing, I tell people, look at the clientele cars. There are a lot of shops that have very fast shop cars. But you as a consumer, or even as a fan of that shop, you have no idea what's in that car. You have no idea. True. I mean, I've seen people run the best runs of their life, and you don't know that car was broke. They'll never tell you. It made it through that one pass and it's been broke for how long now, right? You're never gonna know that, right? Cause it's just resting. It'll be back and like, bro,
yeah,
it was a glory pass and it's broken now,
God.
Right? Or it's like a shop might have an unlimited budget, right? We get parts at cost, right? You spend more time working on that vehicle. That doesn't represent what you as a consumer are gonna get. That's why you really will see me talking and doing my own vehicles. Like, what does that prove? Like when I set the record with the Trackhawk with like stock block blower, I went 9/8, you know, 137 miles. Like that was unheard of, right? And people are like, well, why didn't you keep going? You know, there was no interchillers or no ported blowers and bearing plates and these lightweight brake. None of that stuff existed, right? You know, when you kind of do that stuff first, you don't get the chance to use that. But 9/8, like that's still a record to this day.
Yeah, that's fast. That's hella fast.
1.38 60 foot in a 6,000 pound SUV. Bro, 6.2 eighth mile.
God.
Right? That stock motor. Stock, like, and when I say stock blower, like there's ported blowers and bearing plates and ported snouts and no, I'm talking about stock throttle body, stock untouched. Like, bro, like we've been doing
pretty
this.
much just bolt-ons.
Yes, and that car, yeah, I could have pushed that thing so far that nobody would ever beat those times, right? But what does that prove?
Yeah.
That I as the owner can spend extra time making my car. Of course I can. That's my expertise. That's why you come to me.
Yeah, that's your specialty. Yeah,
but,
you got all the time in the world to do that.
But if nobody else from my camp ever runs a 9, you got people bragging they got a 8-second, their own personal car goes 8s, bottom 9s, this and that, and nobody else that they've built goes that fast. A bunch of 10-second, mid to high 9-second cars in the camp. So who cares that your shop car is so fast? If you can't make the consumer's cars that fast, why do you as a consumer care? And that's what I ask people all the time.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because it's just like him favoriting his car, and he's gonna try to push your car out as fast as possible and not show as much attention to it.
Right.
So it's not gonna be the same thing.
And here's the thing, I could use fuel that I would never put in your car. I could run timing that I would never run in a customer's car. I could run, mind you, like in my vehicle, I was running timing that we run in our race maps. But if I wanted to push 25-30 degrees of timing in my own personal car, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
I can blow it up. I can run, nitrogen in the tires and M1 fuel and stuff that you don't know these shops are doing. You know, you'll see a picture of the car and it's full. You don't know that it's fully gutted and all that's in that thing is a milk crate, a milk crate, a bicycle wheel for a steering wheel, bro. Like, you'll never know that because you don't get posted that stuff, and then you don't know that they made one pass. They've never backed it up. It was like at 1 o'clock in the morning, the DA was negative 2,000, like
50 degrees outside.
But yet you go to that place and you don't realize why your car barely runs. You've never ran anything close to what those times. I don't care about what my personal cars run. It's all about the customers, and that's the thing. You found me because you did your research, right?
Mm-hmm.
You knew people who had my setups. I didn't try and go, oh man, this is, we're gonna be the fastest, hit us up. No, it was really simple. It was like, hey, ask the people that you know that have gone to us. That's what I tell everybody.
Exactly.
Like, by the time you've came to me, I want you to already be convinced. I watch all the videos. I've always, I'm definitely a supporter of you, and the other NorCal guys. Like, it's all love to everybody that does their thing. I know you might be doing something with some of the guys down in SoCal. Can you talk about Mr. Muscle? Is that
not yet.
We won't talk
not
about
yet.
that. We won't talk about that. All right.
Not yet.
But I try to make sure that I tell people all the time, it's free. It's free. Slap the video on, let the playlist go, fall asleep. Just Jensen in the background, just hey, whatever. You wake up like,
hello, I'm Jensen.
Yeah. Got the whole Talladega Nights in the back, like what? Piss excellence, yeah. You wake up, it's bro. That's free 99. If you really are a supporter, you really do care about. Like, it's so easy to show it and to prove it. And that was my main thing. Is like I saw what you were doing, and I love to see the ingenuity, the fact you're doing something out of the box, and I just wanted the challenge of, okay, we're gonna drift a Hellcat. Like, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, like
that sounds like a
the
horrible
face
idea.
Everyone gets me when I say I drift a Hellcat. They're like,
yeah, I was
okay,
like,
he does donuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I gotta break it down and explain a little more.
And it was weird. It was like, okay, so we're gonna try and make this vehicle to not have traction. Like, mission failed successfully. Let's do it. And it
completely different world.
Completely different. It's like your entire setup. What people don't realize is you do have an OP850, but the OP850 that you have is specifically made for what you do. Right? The pulley that you have isn't the standard type of pulley that we would put on a regular OP850, because the idea is like I spoke about in one of the other videos, you want fuses. You want something to give before the rest of the build gives, right? So if we put like one of our big crazy coated pulleys on and one of our tensioners, and like we were drag racing, right? Bro, you break that thing. You would have I've seen you, it would have been broke already. Yeah. Guaranteed you would have been broke already, because that sustained RPM, and it's the up and down.
The snapping of the belt and all
snapping.
That.
By the way, you are going to break a tensioner. I guarantee it. That's going to happen, but we all break tensioners. That's just going to happen.
It happens.
It's going to happen, right? Just like we knew the axles were going to die. The axles were going to die. They were supposed to die. But the engine and stuff like that, we want that stuff to stay, right? The blower and stuff like that. The blower is on, it's on God's time, but the blower should be fine, and you're going to get a lot of use out of it. But putting that build together, your transmission tune is made specifically for what you do, right? You don't have just a regular drag transmission tune in there and like, hey, go figure it out. And it's just like, and that's like I said, the feedback, just like he called me the next day and it was like, hey, can we do this so it doesn't downshift and blah, 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 like boom, like click it in the manual mode, go through this, and it's not like, that's the whole idea. This is trying something new, having some fun.
Yeah, a little bit of trial and error so we can master this field.
Now that we're able to learn, now that we're able to expand, now that we're able to do something different, the challenge of it is dope. The challenge of it is dope, man, and that's what we live for, because this stuff can get monotonous. It can get monotonous, but
kind of repetitive in a way.
Yeah, it can get repetitive, and but with what you're doing, I think we're gonna have fun. Getting into the drag racing aspect, you have a fan base that's gonna be a lot of the Hellcat guys who 99% of them drag race, right?
Yeah. And
then you have your diehard drift guys, and the main thing too that we keep reiterating is, the drift cat's always gonna be the drift cat.
Yeah.
It's never not going to be the drift cat. That's never not going to be a focal. You never forget where you came from, kind of an idea. But, everybody should also be excited to see you try different avenues.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of comments talking about, we can't wait till you go to the drag strip, see what it does. Can't wait till you get sticky tires.
Content. It's content. It's going to keep it fresh. It's like, you can't always drift. You can't there's a lot of different ways to make fresh content, but it's like being able to see into different motorsports It's dope.
Yeah, different worlds.
It's
Like
dope.
it's
bro.
hella
It's
cool.
Dope. And trust me, you guys are gonna have a blast watching Jensen break some more stuff.
Yeah, someone commented the other day. It's like all his videos are just killing tires and breaking parts. I'm like,
that's racing.
you know,
That's racing.
That's
you
part
know?
of the game.
Yeah, like they said, if you know the other comment, you know, if you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing kind of thing. You know, if you're not braking, you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly
the same concept goes for anything else that you do in this arena. Is we're pushing the boundaries. You don't want to break, right? You don't want to break, but if you push it far enough, that's the risk you take.
Yeah,
you know,
bound to happen at some point.
And he does it for you guys. You know, he does it for you guys. Like it's not free. You know, however many sponsors and stuff that people think, like, you still got to make them car payments at the end of the day. You still got to spend the gas. You still got to take the time.
Tires, oil, all that stuff.
It's not free, you know, and
definitely not.
And spending that time and money to entertain you guys, and you know, that's key, and that's love in itself, you know. And you know, so keep supporting my dude, man. I like seeing these dudes grow, like seeing Jensen grow, like seeing Mike grow. That race between y'all is gonna be dope.
Yeah,
you know,
that's gonna be a good race.
We gotta get you racing, you know, and get it comfortable. I mean, his C5, similar like you know how my the Kilmeros Pro Charge as well, but my Pro Charger is quite a bit bigger than the one he's got in the C5. But you know, the Pro Chargers are really linear in power.
Yeah.
You know, not to saying that the typical kind like in the Hellcat isn't, but there's I think that's a good race.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize how good of a race that is. You know, he's gonna need radials.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna, isn't it? It's stick too, right?
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna need radials and God. Right?
You hear that, Mike? I'm coming for you.
It's all love at the end of the day, but that's the mechanical aspect of it. He does have a lighter car. He does make, you know, as much, if not more power, or close to it.
He said mid sevens to the wheels.
Mid sevens to the wheels. So similar power. Way lighter. That thing's what, like 1,000 pounds, 1,200 pounds, 1,500 pounds lighter. Yeah. Oh, it's a C5. Oh, right, so yeah, way lighter.
Stupid lighter.
Way lighter. But lighter isn't always better, right? I'm assuming you guys are doing a roll.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Okay, so if it's from a roll, it's gonna favor the Corvette even more. It's more aerodynamic. It's lighter. You know, he's gonna be in a great, you know, in his power band.
Yeah.
He's gonna need them radials. But it's manual.
Yeah.
Right? It's manual, so he's gotta, and when I say that he's gotta have the hope of God, it's not that his car's not fast, it's not that he can't drive, but that's the life when you have manual.
Anything
takes
can
one
happen.
bad shift.
Yeah.
You know, and he's only got what?
Mike can drive too.
Yeah.
Most definitely. He can drive. Yeah. So it'll be a fun race.
So he's got his 6 gears to your 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's a race. That is a race, you know, and I think that's you know, especially for NorCal, you know, you guys being the two biggest automotive YouTubers out here, man, and seeing you young cats like thrive, I think that's dope. Why is my detailers out here racing my daughter and just lost, bro? Just hey, Calvin, bro,
I wonder if they saw that
you're
in the back.
fired. You gotta be quicker than that. Oh, you got a head start. There's no head start.
They're out there drag racing on
They're
foot back there.
Racing on foot, man. If you're not first, you're last. My kids hiss excellence.
Team overkill.